Good morning. I'm Dr. Mahjabin Fatima. Today I'm taking topic photoelectric cell. Photoelectric cell, there are different photoelectric cells: photoemissive cell, photovoltaic cell, and photoconductive cell. So first of all, we start with photoelectric effect. Photons. Actually, in 1905, Einstein proposed that the electromagnetic radiation or light is made up of photons. Thus, the photon is the elementary element of light, or we can say that the light consists of the photons. And Einstein also showed that the light energy is not emitted continuously, but it is emitted by individual amount of energy called as quantum of energy. So, here you can see these are the lights which consist of photons. The energy of the photon, according to the Einstein, each photon of a light wave is having a frequency and it is having an energy. This energy is equal to hf, where h is the Planck's constant equal to 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joules second. And F is the frequency of the photon. E is the energy of the photon in joules. So the photons or the light consist of photons, and these photons are having energy equal to hf. We know that F is equal to C by lambda. So I can replace here F by C by lambda. So energy is equal to hc upon lambda. It means energy is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the light. The energy of each photon is proportional to the wavelength of the light, that is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the light. Now, since light of different colors are having different wavelengths, so the energy of the photon is different for the different wavelength or for the different lights. The energy of the photon are different for the different color of light. When a beam of the light, and if it is sufficient high frequency, if it is falling on the metal, on the photoelectric material, then light will cause to give the energy to the electrons of the metal, and electrons take the energy from the photons and they come out from the covalent bond and start moving freely. Means when the light falls on the photoelectric material, it means the photons are present in the light, and these photons give their energy to the electrons of the photoelectric material. The electrons which are present in the valence band, they knock out the covalent bond and come out from their covalent bond and start moving. So these electrons will be acting as free electrons now. So this effect is called the photoelectric effect. Means the phenomenon of emission of the electrons by the metals when they are exposed to light of suitable frequency is called photoelectric effect. And these emitted electrons are acting as photoelectrons. The photoelectric cell. This is a device which can do the conversion of light energy into electrical energy. Photocell is based on the phenomenon of photoelectric effect. Types of the photoelectric cell are photoemissive cell, photovoltaic cell, and photoconductive cell. So first we are going to take photoemissive cell. The photoemissive cell is actually a passive transducer, and since it is doing the conversion of light energy into electrical energy, so this is acting as a transducer. But for its conversion, DC voltage is required. So this is acting as a passive transducer. There are two types of photoemissive cells, vacuum type or gas type. No, this is consist of two electrodes, cathode and anode. As you can see here, this is a cathode and this is an anode. The battery of the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the cathode, and positive terminal of the battery is connected to the anode. So this is acting as a cathode and this is acting as an anode. Similarly, here you can see this is a cathode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and this is a simple wire, and this is acting as an anode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. The meter is connected here. A galvanometer is connected here. Now this cathode is actually coated with the photosensitive material like sodium, potassium or cesium. The anode is simple wire, a straight wire made up of nickel or platinum. This assembly, this cathode and anode are placed in a evacuated glass bulb. So when light falls on the cathode, the photons of the light give their energy to the electrons of the photoelectric material, which are present on the cathode. So the electrons take the energy from the photons and they come out from the valence band and they knock out their covalent bond. So these electrons are free electrons, since here the one more electrode is present, which is positive, which is on positive potential. So electrons are attracted towards this side and electrons start moving. Similarly, here also when light falls on the cathode, the photoemissive material which is coated on the cathode, they emit the electrons and free electrons start moving towards the anode. Since anode is connected on the positive potential, so electrons are attracted towards this side. So this flow of electron consists current. So in this manner, current start flowing in photoemissive cell. The drawback of the gas-filled cell is the photoelectric current does not vary linearly with the intensity of the light. There are many applications, like the prominent applications are television, photometry, and fire alarms. Next is photovoltaic cell. It is based on the principle of photoelectric effect. Uh, this photovoltaic cell generates EMF without the application of any external potential. So the external power is not connected for the conversion of light energy into electric energy in the photovoltaic cell. So these cells are active cells. So it consists of the semiconductor layer formed on the surface of the metal plate, and this is placed by either heat treatment or cathode sputtering. A film of semi-transparent metal is coated over the semiconductor material. So here this is the schematic of the photovoltaic cell. This is the p-type layer, this is n-type layer, and across this p-type n-type layer a load is connected. The DC voltage is not connected here. Since here for the conversion of the energy, any DC voltage is not required. So that's why this is acting as an active transducer. Now when light falls on that, so light consists of the photons and photons are having their energy. So these photons give their energy to the electrons, to the ions present at the junction, and these the electrons which are present in the valence band, they come out from the junction and they start moving. So because of this movement, a current start flowing. So when light does not fall, this diode is having very high resistance, and if we take the voltage drop across so voltage will be very high. But when light falls on this and when electrons come out from their valence band and start moving, so it means the resistance becomes low. And if resistance becomes low, so the voltage drop across this low resistance, the voltage will also reduce. So when light does not fall, the high voltage is available. When light falls, low voltage will be available. Since here the photo or the light is converted into the voltage, that's why this is called photovoltaic cell. And the flow of, since the electrons are flowing, so it means current is also flowing, and this current is proportional to the intensity of the light intensity, which is fall on the junction. The advantage is external voltage is not required for its operation, and it is used for the photographic exposure meters, photometers, and for the illumination meters. So this completes this lecture. Thank you. Stay tuned.